Hi boys and girls, here's chapter 8 of The Furball Puppy and Me and Rats. Callie growled low in her throat. What did you do to that poor puppy? Mama shut him up in the little pen way in the backyard. She didn't even talk to him when she left. Callie flattened her ears against her head. She threw me out while she cleaned up the mess. I flipped my tail in the air and turned my back on her. I helped him tear up the kitchen. It was fun. I loved watching that stupid mutt run around in circles, chasing his tail. You should be ashamed of yourself, Gray. That little dog is just a baby. He hasn't been away from his mother very long. Can't you remember how you felt when you first came here? You were pretty lonely, trying to figure out how things worked in the house. It wasn't that long ago when I had to teach you about the house rules. Callie tried to fluff her thin fur against the icy wind. She looked away from me into the cold white yard. I wiggled my whiskers. It was fun. Besides, that dog is taking my time away from Mama. She sits and rubs that stupid ball of fur when I should be getting tummy rubs. I want my time back. It's my house, not that dumb puppy's. Callie shook her head. You'd better think about this. You may be the one outside all the time. You're not a baby anymore. The puppy is. Besides that, the house is big enough for all of us. I've shared with lots of other dogs and cats. It takes a little getting used to, but Mama and Daddy have more than enough rubs to go around. The snow crunched when I stepped from the porch. My warm paws made some of it stick to my feet. Well, it worked, didn't it? The puppy is out. Callie's tail flipped from side to side. I guess it did. But we're out too. Callie's glare followed me as I walked toward the pine trees. I would take a quick mouse hunt. Mama would be happy to find a nice trophy on the porch. My ears perked as I crept closer to the trees. The mice were hiding under the pine needles and the snow. Crunching as low as I could, I wiggled my body closer to the soft mouse sounds. One little mouse was snuggled near the tree trunk. He stayed hidden under the brush. I slapped at the spot where I thought the mouse was. He must have been fast, as I only scooped up sharp needles in my paw. It hurt. With my teeth, I pulled the things out. I backed up and shook the snow from my fur. For a long time, I chased mice in the pine trees. The thick blanket of needles in the snow helped protect the few mice that were hidden there. When I grew tired, I headed back toward the porch. The tip of Callie's tail was all that I saw disappearing into the house. The door shut behind it. Jumping on the window ledge, I meowed as loudly as I could. The fireplace was crackling inside. I tucked my face between my paws. I thought about what Callie had told me. The dog was outside, but here I was, outside too. I could hear the puppy yapping in the backyard. If he kept that up, he would get to go back into the house. I would be the one stuck out here on the porch all night. It was nearly dark when Mama finally let me in. I rubbed her leg, putting my face near her knee. I pressed my whiskers against her. She picked me up and laid me on my back. I relaxed in her arms. Mama rubbed my tummy, chin, and face. It felt wonderful. When she finally set me down, I ran for the food bowl. It was empty. Callie had eaten every bite. I meowed loud as I could. Then I trotted to the living room to tell Mama. Poor Gray, what's wrong with you? Mama followed me back to the kitchen. She found some scraps of meat and warm milk to put into the bowl. I gobbled it down, then headed for the bedroom. Callie had some explaining to do. I hopped on the bed. All I could see was Callie's back. Hey, why didn't you leave me any cat food? I've been out in the cold most of the day. You always leave me plenty of food. Bad cats don't deserve good cat food. Callie didn't even lift her head. I'm not a bad cat. You're the bad cat, I whined. Callie stretched slightly and looked me in the eye. Do you know where that little puppy is? Out in the cold, I hope, I meowed. Guess again. Bad cat. They put him out in the barn. He's so little. The barn is so big and empty. She turned her head to look at me. Her eyes narrowed. It's all your fault, bad cat. A sudden chill raced from the base of my tail clear up to my ears. It was warm and cozy in the bedroom. The chill shot up my back again. Did you say the barn? The barn, Callie repeated with a twitch of her nose. My eyes flashed. I leaped from the bed and raced to the front door. Meow, I yowled. Let me out. Let me out now. I ran to the playroom door. Mama had curled up on the couch with papers in her hand. Meow, I howled. What is wrong with you, cat? Mama stood and walked toward me. Let me out. I led her to the front door. Instead of opening the door, Mama picked me up and headed back toward the playroom. Meow! Let me out! I struggled to get away from her. Twisting and turning, I managed to drop to the rug. I raced back to the door. Daddy laid down the magazine he was reading. He must be too hot with the fireplace going. Let him out. He'll want back in pretty quick. Callie appeared in the hall, trying to see what the commotion was. I clawed at the wood on the front door. As soon as Mama opened it, I shot out. The icy air hit me in the face, but I scooted toward the lilac bushes. Tiny whimpering sounds came from the barn. It was my fault. I had to do something. I just hope I wasn't too late. And remember who's out in that barn. And now the little puppy's out there. Let's see if Gray can save the day. Tune in tomorrow for Chapter 9.